Shelley Hill Young has over 20 years of journalism experience. And this past summer, she brought that experience to Skirt magazine, as she is the new executive editor. I sit down one-on-one with Shelley Hill for a special edition of Quintin's Close-Ups. And be sure to download the free Quintin's Close-Ups app in your Apple or Google Play stores. Or listen to this interview later on iHeartRadio.
Shelley Hill Young.
Yes.
It's so good to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome anytime. So as we sit here, you're welcome greatly.
Yeah.
So as we sit here, you're the executive editor of Skirt magazine.
I am.
And I went on your website just a few minutes ago and read this in the About section. Quote, Skirt is all about women, their work, their play, families, creativity, style, health, and wealth, bodies and souls. Skirt is an attitude, spirited, independent, outspoken, serious, playful, and irreverent, sometimes controversial, always passionate.
Yes.
If you were to write a headline about Skirt magazine right now, what would it read?
I'm going to go back to that quote for a second, if you'll let me. That was on the cover of our original issue of Skirt magazine 24 years ago. I believe our original editor, Nikki Harden, wrote that. And I love those words. I mean, that's on our About section of our website, because it's what continues to inspire us as we're writing and putting together each issue. So that's longer than a headline, but that's that is still definitely what inspires us. Our mission, if we want to narrow it down into one statement, is we're all about celebrating and empowering women. So that's kind of our mission statement, our headline. Celebrating and empowering women.
As a matter of fact, that is, you talk about our mission, and here it is. Skirts magazine the mission that is to celebrate and empower women with attitude. What type of people are you celebrating and empowering these days when it comes to women?
Yeah, well, we hope that includes all women. When we say women with attitude, we think that's a good thing and not a bad thing. We think that means it's a strong, independent, spirited woman that wants to be involved in the community, wants to connect with other women that are also out there trying to empower themselves, working to empower other women, working to make the community a better place.
Right.
Yeah.
And let me go back to June 18th, and I read this also on the website. It says this, quote, in June 2018, in an effort to regain local control of resources and reposition the magazine, Skirts magazine's publisher, Thomas, how do you pronounce his name?
Giovanello.
Giovanello.
It took me some time.
Formerly of Holy City Publishing, and bought the licensing rights to Skirt.
Right.
The magazine relaunched in 2018 with a bold new redesign. As we see here, the redesign is a power move to attract new readers and advertisers, to give Skirts increased visibility, and to offer its readers a positive experience and advertisers a high-quality product.
Yeah.
So when I pick up the next edition of Skirt magazine,
this is the most recent, just came out on Friday.
what should I look to in this particular edition, in your mind?
And this edition was the first edition that we have in a while that I know of that we've had photography on the cover. So that's definitely a new look for us. We continue to evolve. This was September is our fashion issue, so we thought it was a good opportunity to try the photography on the cover. We did a casting call. What we're really excited about is we did a casting call to find the women to be in this photo shoot. And so we were looking for women that were proud of their bodies and weren't and wanted to kind of celebrate different type bodies and diversity in the magazine and the fashion shoot. So that's what we were looking to do, and we think it turned out well.
And obviously you were chosen to be editor-in-chief.
Yeah.
And from what
executive editor.
Oh yeah, executive editor, pardon me. And obviously you bring more than 20 years of journalism experience. Talk to me more about your experience in journalism.
Sure. So I started out with the Associated Press in Atlanta. I have a master's degree from UGA, which is how I ended up did you go to UGA?
Oh, no, not me. I'm a buyer of great school of journalism.
Good, all right. I'll take that. anyway, went to UGA got my master's, ended up at the Associated Press in Atlanta for about 2 years. Came back to Columbia, the state newspaper, which I'm from Columbia, so it was a lot of fun to work for my hometown newspaper for about 10 years.
Now that's where I want to live, right there on Main Street.
Yeah. It wasn't too terribly far, but so did that for almost 10 years, and then moved to California, got married, and we wanted to have an adventure, and so we were in Los Angeles for about 5 years, and that was a lot of fun. Then had 2 kids and wanted to come back and be closer to our families.
Yes.
So that's how we wound up back here.
Wow.
Yes.
And out of that experience, working for the state newspaper, working for the Associated Press, what story plays in your mind still to this day?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. There's probably, there's 2. When I was in Atlanta, I covered a mass shooting, which it was before 9/11, and so it was at a day trader facility in Atlanta, and so that was obviously, just getting thrown into breaking news and an awful thing going on, but it was a huge learning experience for a reporter. And then at the state, I covered local politics, local government, and so I covered a proposed development for a long time and kind of saw it through. That was proposed for the river, and there were a lot of people that were concerned about the environmental effects of the development, and so it was kind of got to be an ugly or a heated debate back and forth, and so that was interesting because I kind of covered that over a couple of years, and those are the 2 biggest things that stand out.
Oh, that's so great to hear.
Yeah.
And obviously, you just mentioned this a second ago, but obviously you're a mom and wife.
I am.
But when you take off that journalism hat, who is Shelley Hill Young?
It's sometimes hard to take off the journalism
Yeah,
hat.
I know. That's me.
Right? You do it for fun. Oh man, I think I am like a lot of working moms out there where we're just kind of trying to spend as much time with our kids and our families and make as possible. I have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, so it's definitely at a very energetic age. So it's definitely, you have to keep them entertained, but so I try to be real about the fact that it's not always easy and sometimes difficult to balance those 2 things. Yeah.
And let's move forward to the future in regards to Skirt Magazine.
Sure.
What do you want the headline to be when people think it's Skirt Magazine?
Obviously celebrating women, but more empowering women, I think, and that's tough. I think it's about empowering women. For next year is going to be our 25th anniversary, and so it's about doing that, working to empower and celebrate women for 25 years in Charleston, and being a voice in Charleston for that sustained amount of time. And hopefully for the next 25 years.
Oh yeah, we're believing God for that.
Yeah.
And you talk about that amount of time, obviously, 1994 to now.
Mm-hmm.
I know you just became the executive editor, but what is the biggest difference between 94 and now when it comes to Skirt Magazine and obviously publishing?
Yes, well, I mean, there's the whole digital thing, but obviously I think we're at a time, a really exciting time for women where they're feeling like they want to stand up and speak out and work to make their communities a better place, and so I think that's maybe one of the huge differences is that the time that we're in now gives us a lot of opportunity where we have, there's a lot of organizations in Charleston that are working towards empowering women, but we have the opportunity to kind of bring all those voices together, celebrate them, celebrate what the different people are doing to help women move forward.
That is so great to hear.
Yeah.
Well, Shelley Hill Young, thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate this.
Thank you. I really enjoyed it.
Likewise.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
You too.